7. This is May, and we have,
I'm Naya.
And I'm Joshua.
and we want y'all to
Come into the living room.
So today we have two of our dear friends, and we are here to talk about, stereotypes and double standards. We needed a little bit more, perspective on things, so it isn't really
A stereotype or a double standard.
absolutely. So we want to open the conversation with a couple questions as far as like when it comes to men and women. We know when men have, let's say, more body counts than women, it's really recognized as recognized as a prowess. Don't worry
Why
about the
you
word.
trying to sound sexy?
Because that's the only word I
Speak
can think
louder.
of. It's the only word I could think of.
You trying to sound sexy.
Anyway, do you feel like when men have more bodies than women, it's admired versus when women have more bodies than men?
I mean, from my perspective, I'm not going to say I frown upon it as long as you are being healthy and safe. And I think on both ends, it needs to be looked at the same way.
Right.
I mean, I'm not personally going out like, oh, I want somebody who's so experienced, they've been with X amount of women and blah, 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 And then on the other hand, I'm like, oh, I just this many people. And I'm not looking at that. But at the same time, I don't want you to be out here doing whatever with whoever. I don't want somebody who's been with everybody.
That's a fact.
So it's like, to me, there is no double standard. If I ain't doing it, you ain't doing it.
And let me say something. There is a double standard, but coming into the now, women is doing as much as men do. And now it's like a term of endearment now for women to be out here doing their thing and not caring about what the next person says. But back in the days, if you was with another man, they stoned you to death. I mean, I'm talking way back in the days. If you had another man's baby, you was a witch or something.
Yeah.
If you got pregnant out the blue and it wasn't his, you know what I'm saying? And then as time progressed, if a woman was promiscuous, she was what we call them right?
Yeah.
Versus men, y'all been doing this from the beginning of time, being with women, and it was a term of endearment for y'all. Like, oh, you can get all the women in the world, you get any woman you want to. But if we did it, we was hoes. What you think about hoes, Josh?
You want my honest opinion? I'll just speak as far as from the body count standpoint. Double standard as far as like, what do you mean? Like, just give me a little more.
So do you feel like men who have a high body count are admired, or and women who have a high body count are shamed?
Okay, so I'm gonna put it like this. From personally, because I can't speak for nobody else, I can only speak for myself. Personally, your body count is too high. That's a little scary to me, whether you a dude or a lady, because it's just like, I know you said, and not to like throw none at you, but it's like you said safely, but it's like, how safely can you do that? How safe is a car with 289,000 miles on it? The struts is blew out, the shocks is gone. Can't really put nothing in the gas tank. Like it's down bad. So it's like, and I'm not saying just because your body count is high that you out here, just real loosey goosey, but you loosey goosey.
Can you wife somebody with a high body count?
Don't tell me.
Right.
Don't tell
me.
Man.
Okay.
Don't tell me.
Real
Right.
shit.
And you can't be friends with your, like, oh, that's number 89. I'm gonna be like,
Man.
like,
Hey.
I'm gonna feel some type of way now because now I'm aware. If I'm not aware, let me live my life.
Right.
You feel me? But don't put me in the truth because I'm gonna be like, don't come home.
So let me ask you something, right? As a man, so look, right? You got an eater. You hear me? Look, and let's say she a professional eater. Now, would you rather her like ease her way into showing you she's that good of an eater, or would you rather live your life and feel like you coaching her into doing it because she didn't probably, you know what I'm saying, like swallowed a few in her lifetime?
Who gonna see this first of all? Sorry, Mom. I feel like, how can I put this? Dang, that's a little. It's like I I can't coach you into nothing that I ain't never done and I don't know how to do for real. So if you just out the gate like wobbly wop, I'm be like, hey, shout out to you. And it be some people, it's like, they gotta readjust to each person. So you can't do the same.
But then here's
with
the
everybody.
thing: when she can't eat, y'all got a problem with it.
Okay.
I got a question.
Hey.
I got a question. If she can't eat, you gonna throw her to the curb or you gonna teach her how?
I'm gonna tell her what I like. I ain't gonna throw it to the curb. I'm gonna tell her what I like. I mean, I done had a few eaters, so I'm gonna tell her like, I ain't gonna say, hey, look, this last one did it like this. I'm just gonna be like,
There's
what?
no comparison.
Yeah. You need to just, hey, do this.
I just
You
feel
know what
like
I'm
when
saying?
it comes to connection, the best way to even have that connection, that intimacy for real between you and your partner is to be able to teach them, say, this is what I like, this is what I want, and
So-
move forward that way.
Would you rather be coached while you're actually doing it or after everything is done?
Oh, while I'm doing it.
So
Hey.
what about you?
I
Coach while you
mean,
doing it?
I mean,
After
you
or
gonna
before,
sit
but-
here and let me do it, and you
Right.
ain't gonna tell me? Yes,
Okay.
you gotta
I
tell me
feel
what.
like
Like,
afterwards-
go ahead, a little deeper.
Yeah.
Lick the pee hole.
I feel like afterwards it's more of a during it's like it's almost like it's fun
It's
for everybody.
sensual.
Yeah,
It's
it's
sensual.
intimate.
Afterwards
You
it's
doing
like
it,
you
yeah,
come
okay.
down like dang,
Like, damn, now I
could've been a
feel
little
the
more
type
spit.
of way.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
It's like,
Yeah.
so when I was working, I would get an employee evaluation, and it's like, nigga, why you ain't tell me this? Like,
During,
yeah.
while- yeah.
So I could have tightened up before you ain't give me my raise, nigga.
Right.
So I feel that. So moving forward with the double standard of me, well, wait, are we agreeing or disagreeing? Because I do want to know
I
everybody's
mean, I feel like
perception of
everybody
this.
got their own
Personal
take.
opinion,
Like it don't matter. Like for you, right? Do it matter to you?
Man, hell no, I ain't gonna cap. I feel like Josh, just don't tell me.
Don't tell you.
Nah, fuck that. Tell me, because if we at
No.
the
So if she
club,
tell you,
Okay.
but if she tell you and she told you she up higher than you, then you are what you gonna do?
But what makes a high body count a high body count?
what makes a high body
Because
count
it's like-
is
There you go.
is
That's
your
the question.
I ain't gonna cap. A high body count is the feeling of your walls. If you tell me you got
Okay.
40 and your shit tighter than you tighter, you know what I'm saying? You tighter than fish pussy.
How you know how tight
I tight.
fish pussy is? I ain't never caught no fish and checked the pussy afterwards.
I'm just saying.
You go fishing every Sunday.
Yeah. Wait a minute, man.
He be like, yeah,
Okay.
this the one,
All right.
right?
That's where we at tonight. Anyway, if you know what I'm
like
saying,
big
I'm
mouth
about
bass?
keeping it real. I probably 9 times out of 10 I ain't gonna care because I don't know. Fuck that. I
Josh
ain't
said,
answering.
"Don't tell me."
To go back to what you said about what makes a high body kind of high. Okay, so you got
Ask me
50
this
and you got 50. This 50 was like, it was over time. Like, you feel
Right.
me? You got 50 in a week. That's high.
Yes.
So that's what I would say the
Time frame.
time frame and then like the
But what
the
if she
quantity of
had
it.
like a couple rosters?
What do
And
you-
then it just you can't hang. What if she had a couple rosters, long term rosters, like not no just hit it and quit it rosters, but rosters that you know what I'm saying.
Niggas long term. I
But
see
you
that.
you meet one girl who had about 40, 50, like you said, but you met another girl who had about 2 or 3 rosters, and you like you know what I'm saying. What's up with that?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think I'd rather take that 40 or 50. If we thinking about rosters, and I think it's a lot to go into it because I'm gonna think about the emotional attachment. You had these 2 or 3, and you probably emotionally attached, and it's more than just the sex for you. I'm not just competing sexually.
Okay, and I feel like, and I can speak on a certain type of women because I can't speak on all women. I feel like with women, when we do give ourselves, and that's why it's probably a double standard, because when women give their self, it's like it gotta be emotional attachment. For men, y'all could just stick it in and it's a win. But for when women do it, you don't gotta let somebody in, and you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's why I think it's a double standard. So for women to let a man in, it indicates that, oh, this was like a mom going to a new nest. Like we building. So that's why I feel like the double standard came into play. Because if I leave another man, I've already mentally prepared myself to leave.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Give me that 50.
So what I'm saying? So yeah, I do agree with that, but every woman ain't me. Every woman don't think the way I think. So there's women who just like fucking just because.
We human.
It's
a
women
great
that
feeling.
just want to fuck just to fuck.
That's what. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that's what's up, but shit.
And that's fine. That's okay. But when
it's
I
right
speak
for
for
the night.
women, I speak for the type of woman that I am. I definitely have to have an emotional attachment. Definitely. That's how I operate.
Josh, do you need an emotional attachment?
No, niggas don't need no emotional
How
attachment.
you know what I need?
I was asking.
You asking me?
He asked me and you said no, niggas.
I
don't.
said
I'm like,
niggas. I didn't say Josh. Josh, I don't know
I
if
ain't
you
a nigga.
classify yourself as a nigga or not.
That's crazy.
We just want to know.
Do I classify myself as a nigga?
No,
I
do
think
you
the
need
last
a
question.
I mean, y'all need to see my hair or
No.
something? Am I not nigga?
Do you need an emotional attachment to
Some amount of emotion. Like, I don't know. I'm not the type where I was just like,
stick it in and say
yeah, I mean, because that's just me. But yeah, like some amount of emotion. Because if I get annoyed with you afterwards, where it's just like once I'm done, I'm like, you got to dip. I knew I shouldn't have did it in the first place. So it's just like if I know it's gonna be that, I'm straight. But if I could like kind of kick it with you or something, like, oh, she cool, whatever. Even if this is just this, and after that we only kick it, like actually talk, and I'm cool with that too.
Real shit.
What about you, Rashad? Do you need an emotional attachment?
To smash some shit? Yeah. Because I know me. I know I'm not just about to take you home, knock you down, kick you out.
Yeah.
I'm going to put in some time. I want to figure out if we have that substance, that chemistry, blase split. I'm not going to get into detail because of time's sake, but in short, yes.
I'm gonna bake you some cookies afterwards. That's type of nigga. I ain't
Nah,
about
real
it.
shit.
You
Do
bake
you
me
think-
some motherfucking cookies.
Do y'all think
I'm
that
staying.
came? Okay, for real though. But do y'all think that came from maturity?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like before, like in the past, probably you was like, oh, it didn't matter. But
And in the past, I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm not even gonna lie. Young, when I was from a teenager to early adulthood, it happened over time. But knocking women down, I'm gonna use that term because you know what I'm saying, modern day, knocking women down, being that type of guy. It got old because at the end of the night when they leave, man, it's just shit. I want to be
hungry. You
held.
wanna be
right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Like-
you're so
Right.
cute.
We
Shit.
turn over and you feel me?
Hold me,
that
babe.
coochie on
You
my
like
butt.
to be
Stop
the
playing.
I want to be the little spoon.
Yeah.
Hold me.
Oh.
And man, yeah, shit. Wake up 4 in the morning, bitch.
Well,
you
I
feel
learned
that?
something new. A lot of guys don't like to just hit it and quit it. They want to be hell. Oh, y'all so cute.
And sometimes I poot in my sleep, and I want to wake up like, okay, damn, wait.
I'm a
she
little
here.
nervous. You
Yeah,
feel me? But
I like
she held it down like she
real
ain't tripping.
shit. Like,
She hit the fan and
I'm so
like,
done.
you know what I'm
Like,
saying? Like, that's what it is.
Y'all irritating. Okay, let's move forward
that's real life though.
with another double standard about women and men.
Okay, what we got?
So when women cry, you know what I mean? When we cry and let out our feelings, we're in touch with our emotional sides. Versus when men cry, they call y'all what? Weak.
Bitch ass niggas.
Bitch ass niggas, hoes,
type of stuff.
pussies.
That ain't P.
And why
What's
do you
P?
think? Why do you think that's a double standard though?
I feel like that's a double standard because women are now, in this that everybody knows, women are more emotional specimens, creatures, if you will.
Specimens? Are we specimens?
I'm sorry.
Special mints or specimen?
He said
Specimens.
specimens.
You said
Specimens.
special mints.
When I said specimen, I meant like,
Special mint.
you know,
I said
like
special
God
mint.
the
specimen.
special mints
But
that like red and the green.
women are more, emotionally attached and inclined and things like that. So when a woman, you know what I'm saying, expresses it, they cry, it's expected. You know what I'm saying? We teach our sons, I teach my son, even me, I teach my sons, cut all that crying shit out. Not that my dad installed it on me or instilled it in me, but you know, it's with me and growing up. Thug it out, strap your nuts on.
I would say for women, they have more chances to cry. Guys is more like, we're not crying over everything. If I have a bad day, I'm not about to cry, go home and cry because I had a bad day. I had a bad day, knock it off. Next day is coming. They'll cry to get that bad day out. That's how they get their bad day out. I'm not crying to get my bad day out. Now, somebody like a death, depend on the death and how close, I'm gonna shed a few. I'm not gonna hold you up, but it's in that moment, and after that, I'm done. I'm moving on to the next thing because it's like not that I don't have time to, but that's not the center of, Do
you think like
on.
with guys
Absolutely.
that it's not allowed for you guys to cry? Do you feel like it makes you weak, or do you feel like you don't cry because of the, double standard of it making you guys weak? Do you feel like, at times I want to cry and I want to be vulnerable and I want to express my feelings and I want to say what's on my mind, but if I do, then my homeboy's gonna call me weak. My lady gonna think I'm a bitch.
Look at the Tyrese and Will Smith man. They cried. I mean, I ain't gonna cap. It was funny, but you look at
you want from me?
yeah, like you look at those memes and it's like, imagine what those men were building up to cry like that, and the world laughed at them. Like even me, I done been through some shit where I done broke down and told a woman like, or begged like, please, like, and cried, and it was like, I had a woman tell me like, you're pathetic.
No, like for me, when I see a man cry, I feel like a sense of like love. Like I feel like you did that, and you did that.
Yeah, it's like it comes from a place of security and safety. Like you were able to provide that for him.
Yeah. And it just warms my heart. Like if it's a man that I care about. Now, if it's a motherfucker out here just crying.
Yeah. Like 2 weeks in, he like, baby, I need one.
No, but if it's a guy that I'm dealing with and he, and he got this demeanor of, macho man or, the stereotypical type of man, and then he just let it out, that just means something to me. And I feel like I got to nurture that. That's what we are. We're nurturers.
And I love it.
You know what I mean?
Nurture sirs.
Got you, sis.
You a nurturer?
I'm definitely a nurturer.
You love a man that cry?
I mean, if you my man, and if you had to hell,
I
How
love,
many-
I love a man who knows how to express his emotions.
How many
correctly.
times can
Real
your
shit,
man cry
emotionally
though?
intelligent.
Yes, very much so.
how many times can he
Yeah.
cry?
There's no limit.
There is no limit.
There's no limit, especially if you know what you're crying for.
Now, if you crying every day,
That's what I'm saying. That's
If
what
you
I'm saying.
crying more than me, it's probably a problem.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
But
So it is. a
that
limit.
comes from a place of I don't cry. Like I
You don't
grew up-
cry?
I cry to myself, by myself in the clothes.
You from 7 Mile?
Don't push it.
What's wrong with the mall?
Nothing wrong with the mouth, but I'm not from there.
We gonna
She
get
rock
back to
all
that.
day. But
Ew.
West Side.
don't do that.
West
Don't do that.
Side. She from.
Okay,
I'm
no.
an East Beast, but
You
okay.
feel
No, West Side all day.
Okay.
But I grew up in a household of all women, and I never seen my mother cry. She had bad days I would have never known,
Yeah.
and I learned to be a strong woman because of that. And when I see other people cry, it's actually inspirational because I'm like, at least you know where your emotions are and you know how to channel them.
Right.
And it's good to take a moment to be in them if you have to be. Now, if you crying because milk spilled, then I got a problem
Yeah.
with you because we ain't crying over spilled milk over here.
Yeah, Spill milk.
It took me a minute to decipher like between the cries. Anytime I see anybody cry, I'd be like, ugh, clean yourself up, nigga. Like, what's wrong with you? Because like you said, that's how my mama was, and like my dad was a little different. He said it's okay to, but in certain situations, like not all the times. Because like, we was type of kids play outside all day. We scrape, cut ourselves, whatever. We not crying. We not coming in because we don't want our day to end.
Right.
So, and even so, like to speak on that part, it's just like I grew to see, okay, they're crying over something that in this moment it means a lot to them. Whether it be something sad or happy, it's just like, okay, so I got to learn how to adjust. But me still, I'm not it take a lot. Like a lot. It take a lot. So if I'm crying and you see me crying, you call me in that moment. Because like you said, I'm in the bathroom in the back in the mirror, like, get yourself together,
Okay.
nigga. Like,
Man,
we ain't finna cry in front of these
do
niggas.
you
What's
want to
wrong
be
with you?
held, Josh, when you cry?
No, because I'm crying.
You don't want me to
Right.
hold
don't
you?
touch me when I'm crying, bro. What's wrong with you? Yeah.
I'm about to fight myself
touch
for
me when I'm
crying. Like,
crying.
what you crying for? Yeah.
No.
I'm
want
about
me
to
to
beat
hold
dog
you?
ass in here.
I don't like that. I like the older nigga when he crying.
So that's nasty.
What about
No, it's
niggas
not.
snotting on you? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it just brings me to that song. What's that song? What's the by the OJs? Is that the OJs?
shit?
I'm waiting for you to
some
tell
young,
me.
Y'all young as hell.
What the
Is it the OJ's right?
You don't even know the
Yes, it is the OJ's. Sometimes we cry.
Go to bed.
We cry together.
Okay.
And then we make love.
Oh yeah, that's too much.
She on her own.
Young, they
She's on her
young,
own. It
right?
ain't
They
about
don't
me.
know nothing
You
about
crying
that.
and snot with a nigga and y'all finna go have sex?
Yes.
That's
Snot
unsanitary.
bubbles all in your face. Like he
Yes.
Talk
stroke it.
That's that good shit right there. That's the good shit.
It's over. I ain't
Snot smacking you on the forehead.
Yeah,
You like,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
fucking you while I'm crying.
You smashing Roscoe.
That just goes to show y'all some children out here.
I'm
Y'all
pretty
don't
sure ain't a
wanna-
man in history that knocks him down while he
Yes.
has snot bubbles in
Yes,
his nose.
yes, they have.
You let
Yes,
a
they
nigga knock
have.
you down with
When
snot
y'all-
bubbles?
Let me tell you, I'm not saying that it happened to me personally, but I'm just saying when a guy is in his emotion, when y'all get mad, y'all upset, and y'all in y'all thoughts, in my opinion, because I think this is what happens. Y'all go fuck. When y'all in
that's
y'all
what
bad and y'all
think that's
real
wrong.
bad.
That's how you catch a case.
Yeah,
I'm
what
saying
the
niggas,
fuck?
y'all don't. So y'all don't fuck when y'all upset.
Hell no.
I go to the
Okay, I
gym.
thought-
I want to hit something. I
want to hit something.
Bro, I was
So
not
if somebody break
yeah.
up with y'all and stuff like that, and you all in your mind and your brain, y'all don't go fuck nothing.
That's a boy. If you
Have you done that before?
no,
I'm going to
never
the
in
gym.
my life.
Okay.
Never
I'ma
in
see
my
if I
life.
I'm
can hit
talking to
400
the
that
wrong
day.
group of men then.
Yeah, because I ain't
Because
never
I
been
know
that type.
men who do that.
That's them.
Okay. Well,
You
I'm
want to
wrong.
get hit after a nigga get angry? That's scary.
No, I mean shit.
no,
No,
she-
it's not.
she's saying
it
like-
actually is
What
a
the fuck?
really good experience.
It's different if okay, I see
Like,
if
I
like
don't know
wild.
about that, sis.
let's say I'm at work and I'm having a bad day and I'm angry. I'm
I
gonna go
gotta
home.
fuck some-
Yeah, I'm gonna relieve my stress that way. But like,
That's what I was saying.
I'm thinking you talking about some nigga. I'm about to turn green shit.
No,
Let me-
no, I'm not saying like, no, I'm not saying that.
Okay, if I'm having a bad day and I'm stressed out, blase splee, it's a one of them corporate days
It's
at
a
work or
difference
whatever.
between like a little, I'm upset and
Yeah.
in a full rage.
Rage
Like,
fucking.
Yeah.
I
I
ain't
didn't
about
say
to
rage.
rage
Did I
fuck
say
you
rage?
off.
that's that
Y'all
white
took it
people
all the way to rage. I
smacking
didn't say
niggas with
rage.
bats.
Okay, so outside
I never
of
said rage.
sex and being held, because I want to get into that. But anyway, okay, so men being, I got a question. Let me slow down. Is it a difference between a man being assertive and a leader and a woman being assertive and a leader? Because women are looked at as being bossy when they're being assertive and, like that type of thing. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like that's a double standard? If a woman is being assertive and aggressive, do you feel like she's being bossy?
I feel like in certain aspects it can be looked at that way, but I don't think it's a bad thing.
Me either.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, I feel like I'm a strong, independent woman. I do everything on my own, and I'm going to lead some shit. Facts, straight up. And it's like, I'm a leader, born leader, Capricorn, just so you know.
Hey.
Number 1 on the charts.
I ain't a Capricorn, but I support it.
Yeah, but I also just feel like there has not been a time where, women didn't have that time all the rest of the years that the men did to lead. So when you see it, I feel like it's attractive for a woman to be that way. And I feel like it's too many men out here being able to lead when a woman can't. So when you see it, yes, it's a double standard because it's a man's world. We know this already. But at the same time, it's like you gotta make space. You gotta let the women lead. You gotta let them take space because at the end of the day, we're the most intellectual beings out here. And when we lead some stuff, it usually is mind-blowing.
Can we get a little bit of acknowledgement that we're the most intellectual beings out here?
I'm not going to say that because Earth isn't the only planet that inhabits
I'm
species.
talking about Earth, not other planets.
The one we inhabit.
The one that we do inhabit.
Do you have a rebuttal, sir?
No, Rashad,
Well-
do you think that women are the most intellectual beings on the planet Earth?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to say I think men are. I'm not going to say I think women are because there is no way to really,
It
what I'm
comes
saying,
with
figure
ethics,
that out.
with like work ethic, like diligence. Your
Yeah.
diligence. Now
Your
we see
diligence,
that a
for
lot of
real.
women are more like. Just to speak on this part real quick. For example, it's 5 of us all together, my siblings. My sister was the one who was like, I do my homework in the car before I get to the crib. The rest of us, I'm like, it's nap time. I'm going to sleep. I get to that homework when I get to it. Then I get to the crib and I'm like, I'm hungry. I want a snack. My friend's outside. I'm about to play. Something like that. So I get to my homework when I get to it. My sister was like, I'm already done. So she can do all the stuff that she want to do. The rest of us is just like, it's homework. You feel me? At home. I'm not doing this on the car ride home. So it just showed like where her work ethic was and her diligence was. Was she smarter than the rest of us? No, we all like got it like that. But it's just like she was the one who was just like, well, I'm going to take this. What's the word I'm looking for? Not time, but I'm going to take the time to do my homework. I can't think of the word right now, but it'll come later. But to rebuttal as far as women leading, I think it's a great thing to see women lead. I don't have a problem with it. It's not like a thing of like, oh, they shouldn't. In certain situations, I feel like, no, just because of like we said earlier, women are more emotional. So this area of leadership might be based, their view of leading may be based off of emotion instead of logic. But other than that, I'm for it. You feel me? But when it's my time to lead, you got to know to step back just a little bit. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a woman leading here and there. I ain't gonna cap. I haven't taken an L with a woman leading. I mean, it don't change my opinion on if I think which is smarter, because I will never say either is inferior. That's just not me, because I've seen women do some remarkable things. I feel like it's just like you said, your work ethic and who you are. I've seen May firsthand do some amazing shit. And then I've seen women who I've personally dealt with, not in a relationship, but just friendship-wise and business-wise. And it's like, damn, yeah, like yuck.
Gosh, Mickey.
Yeah, the fuck is you on? So it's, I feel like it just depends on the human being, the individual. But May, do you feel like women are more intellectual?
Absolutely.
Can you elaborate on that answer?
Women, I feel like if we're going to go biblical, and I am not the Bible connoisseur, if you will, but in the Bible, women are very influential over men, right? Wars are started over pussy.
Hold on, wait. Not just in the Bible, but go ahead.
It's not just in the Bible.
No, I'm saying like even today, a lot of niggas kill each other over women.
But that's what I was speaking of in biblical terms. Okay. Wars are started over pussy. And if that's not a powerful motherfucker, and I don't know what to tell you.
How does that make them more intellectual though?
Because if a woman has the influence over a man to allow them to start a war, who the chicken and who the
fox, the wolf, the predator
in that situation. And I'm gonna just leave that to rest. We're gonna let y'all let that marinate.
I mean,
for just a few moments, and we're gonna speed up to this one because this one I feel like is important.
Before we
the double standard for if a woman don't work, that makes her a homemaker, versus if a man don't work, that makes him a failure. What y'all think about that?
I feel like going back to standing on business. If you coming into this like I got my own job, my own money, I'm independent, fuck niggas, blase splee. Get your broke ass out if you gonna be standing on it. If you gonna say that, get out if you don't have a job. But if you gonna come in like, you know what I'm saying? We a team, we gonna do it together. Not 50-50. But you my man, you leading me. So if I don't have a job or I fall off with a job, it's different. But don't come in here boasting and bragging about what you have, what you got, and what you don't need from a man and a man altogether. Me personally, the double standard I feel like is definitely boasted, because a lot of women do that. So a lot of women come in with that mentality of I'm independent, but yet at the same time, if they don't have a job.
I think you went around it though. I asked if a woman comes in a home with nothing, that makes her a homemaker.
No, it don't.
It don't?
No.
So, but when a man comes in there, it makes him a failure. It don't?
It do.
Okay, so it do make a nigga a failure if he come in there with no financial stability or able to provide for his family.
Absolutely.
Okay, I agree on you with that. But if a woman come with nothing, she can't create a home. So if a woman come into a relationship and she's not able to financially provide, she can't make a home.
I mean, you said now you put.
I mean, I said it I don't know which way you want me to say it for you to understand it, but it's the same thing.
When you say
when she comes in there with nothing, and I'm okay, you right. I didn't specify whether or not it was finances, but that's what we're talking about.
Okay, so if we're talking finances, I can't really say that, nah.
So if a woman comes, hey, you meet a girl and she ain't got nothing, and you hypothetically you got your crib, you got your job, whatever, and this is the woman that you want, could you still be with her without her having nothing financially?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But a man versus me and you, girl, if a man comes and we got our stuff together and he ain't got nothing, could you still be with him? Like depending on where we are. I'm not talking about when we was kids. Now, when we was kids, we could deal with a man who ain't had nothing because we was still growing, right? But in our adult lives, in our big age right now, could you deal with a man who has absolutely nothing?
I mean, you have to have some goals, some aspirations. You have to be working towards something.
Right.
You know, it can't be absolutely nothing. Like, not you 30 and you don't have a job, nor do you have a dream for a goal or your next business idea. I don't do mixtapes. I don't do rappers. I can't live no rap life. No.
Okay.
That nigga said a mixtape.
Baby, you gotta be reaching. How old was Jay when he started? Too late.
I don't follow Jay.
Who the fuck is
Jay-Z.
Oh.
He was up there.
Yeah.
He was up there. But look where he at now.
I mean, look where he at now.
You gotta play. That's a
dream, bro.
You gotta
play that gamble for sure,
man.
That's my chance to gamble because everybody don't make it.
Bet it
and
all
then,
on black.
let alone if he's with the woman that he started with is not the woman he was with.
Exactly.
So I'm not
Who
playing
the fuck
no
he
game.
start with?
I'm just saying
B.
it wasn't Beyonce, and then
You
Jay
talking about
and
before?
Kanye didn't start with
Kim.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So you know what I'm saying.
But Kanye
guys
Ye was always Ye,
in
though.
that industry do not. Well, I can't say all, but I'm gonna speak for the mass majority. Don't stay with who they started with.
Yeah.
In the entertainment industry.
Can
in
you
general.
stay with a nigga that don't bring nothing to the table in the beginning?
No, I can't. Not in my big age. Not when I was younger. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can stay with a
18.
like if we was growing
Ain't nobody have a
together.
job then.
Exactly.
Saying.
We all eating lunch food. Like,
Exactly.
So
square meat,
now,
square pizza.
I had
if
two
you
jobs.
are in our big age right now, and you ain't even got an idea or thought
Right.
of anything, go figure that out first before you even think about being with a woman.
You shouldn't
in
even
my
think about
opinion.
a relationship until you done figured out what you want to do for yourself.
Right. Now, if you got a little seed that I can help grow,
Right.
because we women, we are nurturers.
Nurturers.
There you
Nursery,
go. Thank you. Help me.
nurturers.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. Help me. But that's what we do. So I can't, help you on nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel like you want to help a nigga out this year?
If you want to help me out.
How you gonna?
So if I come to you with this mixtape,
right,
we not gonna hop in the studio.
Let me ask this.
I
You know it's
I might
hard out here for a
I might
pimp.
sing a little
Come
back
on now. That's all I need.
let me reverse the roles.
That's all I need.
You get a lot of men that bring women on, they take care of them because they don't have a job or whatever, so they can cook, clean, and whatever. So if the roles are reversed, you're the breadwinner. You do this, that, and the third, and a man comes along with no job, right? And he's bringing those other assets. He cooks, he can clean.
That's not what I'm into. I'm sorry.
What about you? But he got that
I'll
plan
take a
though.
chef.
You take a chef.
I'll take a chef.
She'll take a chef.
What you want to eat?
Okay.
Man.
All right, y'all.
Some
we
days I don't
had
wanna cook.
a really good episode this time. And next time, we about to get into, what we about to get into?
Some sex.
Some sex, y'all. And it's a juicy one right here, y'all.
I love them juicy.
I don't know. We might need to bring y'all back on this one for
Y'all gonna
real.
come back?
Y'all gonna come back with us?
If you'll have
You like sex?
Who doesn't like sex?
Okay.
What about you? Fornicate, bro?
on fornicate.
You don't can't come back, nigga.
we got all kind of different religions groups here, and sex is
Yeah, part of every religion.
you understand me? So until next
Not Quakers.
time, we gonna step up out this living room, and next time y'all see us, we gonna talk about some sex.
On verse.
Okay.